No, don't take me through nothing else. I've been through enough.
Hey guys, welcome to Human Scars. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.
I'm so excited I could go back to work. They said the government shutdown's over. I told her, I don't give a damn. How y'all expect people to go back to work and act like everything's normal? Did you guys just forget that y'all didn't pay people for almost 2 months? People's cars almost got repossessed. Lights, gas almost shut off. People could barely put food on the table for their families. And now you want me to go back to work like it's normal? Now I'm shut down. So I don't give a damn that they reopened. I'm shut down. I'm about to go start my own business, give me a little hustle, because you'll never put me in a situation like that again. So I don't give a damn. I'm shut down now.
I see where she's coming from, but not everyone has the choice not to go back. But the one takeaway is, don't let them put you in the situation again, and that's important for the future moving forward.
Congress is officially on track to end the longest government shutdown in American history. But even though the government is set to reopen, the impacts of this will still be lasting. It could take up to a week for air travel to get back to normal. Airports are still dealing with a shortage of air traffic controllers. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers have been going without pay. Many of them have told us they are late on their bills, including missing rent. And then you have the impacts on some of the programs that we've been talking about. The special education staff was decimated. Some Head Start programs across the country have had to close because they didn't get their funding. The Smithsonian museums were closed. The Trump administration froze projects in 16 states that voted Democrat in the last election. And of course, millions of low-income Americans went without federal food assistance, food stamps, for the first week of November. So all of that leaves many people up here asking, what exactly was this shutdown?
The shutdown just ended after 40 days, and what did we get from it? Absolutely nothing. They voted on a bill that they could have voted on 40 days ago, but why? Not to mention that they just admitted that they were lying about the whole shutdown and gaslighting people by saying, well, Republicans control the House and the Senate, when prominent accounts are going, I wish the Democrats held out and didn't reopen the government. I mean, even CNN said it. Look.
We've got plenty more on the other side. We will talk much more about this. Again, you're looking live at the Senate floor as the Democratic filibuster has been broken. We have so far reached 60. We're waiting for the official count. But right now, 60 votes that would unlock moving forward with this plan to reopen the government on the Senate side. A quick break.
And what does this new bill have that the old one didn't? Practically nothing. The same issues like ACA and Medicaid are just being kicked down the road. So what was the point of the shutdown? Well, it was leveraged to win the elections. And then after the elections were won, prominent Democrats who won the seats came out and said, well, we don't really need a shutdown anymore per se. But of course, they waited a couple days after the election because God forbid you would realize that they were just starving Americans for leverage. Air traffic control was down, flights were canceled, delayed all over the country. People had to make lines outside of food banks just to feed their families, and federal workers didn't get paid. But hey, at least we passed a spending bill that we could have passed 40 days ago and avoided this whole situation, right?
Hey folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I was pissed off when I heard about this shutdown deal. And I slept on it, I woke up, and I was still pissed. Because for me, this was not leadership. It felt like betrayal. People will lose their health care. Costs will rise. That's a given. Federal workers will continue to live in fear, afraid that they're going to be fired on some presidential whim. So let me be real about what this deal actually is. This deal rewards hostage taking. It encourages chaos. And let's be real clear about who the villains are in this particular story. Donald Trump and the Republicans. They're not angry about this deal. Hell, they're celebrating it because they got exactly what they wanted. This deal basically tells these extremists, go right ahead, threaten the American people again, play games with their lives, and eventually a few folks on the other side will cave. Folks, that's not governing, that's political terrorism. And Trump is leading the charge. The arsonist setting the fire. And guess what? It's the congressional Republicans that are carrying the damn matches. And while Americans are struggling to pay for insulin, for their groceries, their rent is increasing, these same folks found time to sneak in a little bonus for themselves. I don't know if you've heard about this, but tucked away in this deal that just passed in the Senate is a provision letting 9 Republican senators sue the federal government and collect $500,000 each. $500,000. $1 million for themselves. And this comes just weeks after Donald Trump floated he said he was going to take $230 million from the Department of Justice. So I want you all to let that sink in. They tried to deny food stamps to the hungry, but they are ready to pad their own pockets. Man, they are the swamp. And it's time to drain the MAGA swamp once and for all.
So some states have seen a portion of their benefits. And let's take a listen to which states have seen some and which states are still waiting.
Update, I can confirm that families in Kentucky and Louisiana have received 50% of their SNAP benefits loaded to their EBT card. Michigan families have received 100% of their benefits, while residents in Delaware received a partial benefit loaded to their SNAP EBT cards. Families in West Virginia, your benefits are delayed because the third-party vendor needs time to update the system used to process the reduced benefit amounts. And because of this change, it's unclear when November SNAP benefits will be dispersed for those in West Virginia. If you're in Utah, your state is waiting on the government to reopen to disperse your SNAP benefits. However, they have stated that if the government has not come up with a plan to reopen by Friday, November 14th, then your state agency responsible for administering your SNAP payments will issue partial payments up to 65% beginning Friday, November 14th. Once the government opens and SNAP is fully federally funded, then Utah is saying that they will issue benefits within the next 24 hours. And because Utah has been waiting on guidance from the USDA, that's why your funds have been delayed. Yesterday, the Senate did approve a funding bill which can remove the uncertainty around issuing SNAP benefit payments and reopening the government. If the House returns to Washington and passes the Senate-approved funding bill and then passes it on to the president to sign, this could all be behind us. And if your state has released your benefits, let us know in the comments.
And I needed to get just like some chips and some ice cream or whatever. And I was like, let me just take my EBT card with me, and I'm just going to scan it, see if it's going to work or whatever. Y'all, why did the card work? It just worked. It just worked. So I normally get 300. They gave me about 200. I did see that people were saying that they were getting less. It was like a 35% cut or something like that. But people in my state were not saying it. It was only people like in California and stuff like that. So, baby, I had to come back in here because I need some more stuff. I need some more stuff. Check your balance. By the way, I'm in Chicago.
And I'm going to tell y'all something else, too. Y'all be talking about something. Take me through there. Take me through there. No. Don't take me through nothing else. I've been through enough.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know your reaction. See you on the next one.